Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. The decision by your government of Barbados to finally determine the level of poverty in Barbados through empirical evidence will be kept secret if the results are not pleasing. The truth will be classified if the results are not pleasing, just like how you tell the world you're 99.1%, 0.9%, 0.2%, you're all that literate. That's a lie. It's a lie. Many Barbadians think that they were the best to remain on the island, that the people who remained on the island of Barbados were the best and the brightest, when Barbados was a retail island. It was an island that sold slaves. You were up for sale, and when people came to buy product, the rejects and the ones that weren't up to snuff, those are the ones that left there. The ones that were ill, the ones that were weak, the ones that were too short, the ones that weren't intelligent, didn't know how to farm, didn't know how to plow, didn't know how to use metal, didn't know how to build houses. The ones that weren't so bright remained in Barbados. They don't teach you that. They're not allowed to teach you that. Okay? So this particular truth, when it is ascertained, would be classified. It's going to be classified. Okay? Because for some reason, you want to write yourself out of history. You want to write yourselves out of history because of all the lies that you embrace. You'll rather embrace a lie than to tell the truth. Okay? It's like a Jesus moment, when Jesus was on earth and they asked the people to choose. They chose a lie rather than to choose something that was truthful. That's a problem you have there in Barbados. So when they talk about it's a welcome move, and Kurt Humphrey is going to do this thing, and sooner or later you're going to know where you fall on the list. You're not going to want to be on the bottom of no list. Okay? You're not. You don't want the truth. You'll rather salivate on a lie. Okay? So when you talk about this particular scientific experiment that's going to go on concerning poverty, just because you have 2 pieces of bread and you could put some butter on it, and you have lemonade or Kool-Aid, and you're walking and you're doing everything that you think you should be doing, it doesn't mean that you're not malnourished. It doesn't mean you're not malnourished. Okay? Just because you may have a school that is next to you or you can walk to, doesn't mean that you're still not in that area of poverty, because it talks about education. Poverty also encompasses education. And if you are not fed well, if you are malnourished, you cannot really think to concentrate on lessons and retaining information. So there are a whole lot of facets about being poor, living in poverty. Okay? Hunger, malnutrition. Okay? Everything has to be looked at. Everything has to be looked at. Whether your mom and dad, do they listen to you when you speak? Are you included in decisions that are made in the house? All of that decides, whether you are poor or not. Being poor of spirit is poverty. That's part of it too. They're going to include that. Your mental facilities. Okay, everything is going to be looked at. And if they're honest, if whoever is doing this experiment, this scientific study, if they are honest, they're going to recognize something. They're going to see something. And it comes from slavery. It comes from centuries of slavery. It can't go away. It cannot go away, especially when you choose not to accept it. You've chosen not to accept the fact that you came from slavery and that the ones that remained in Barbados were the rejects. You can't even accept that. You cannot even accept the fact that you're not that bright. You're not that literate. You cannot accept that fact. So how are you going to accept the fact that you're way down on the list in terms of poverty when it comes out, and when the people at the top hear what, you know, the empirical evidence has shown? You think they're going to release that to the world? It's not in your nature to do that. It is not in your nature to speak the truth, to tell the people the truth, to put truth in your history. You don't even teach Black history in your schools. You don't even teach that in your schools. So how are you going to tell people that they're way down on the list in terms of the world and poverty? How are you going to tell people that? You can't. Truth is classified in Barbados. Sherry Veronica.